The Grim Reaper, death personified, one of the most ubiquitous emblems of human culture. And you know, when things are transcultural, when they're cross-cultural, they really do get my attention because that means they are iconic throughout human existence. And those are things that really make me sit up and take notice and really make me take interest. So today we will talk about the Grim Reaper here on the Jeff Daugherty Show, Christian Whistleblower, Gospel Truth channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I love being able to do what I do. We're going back to the Crystal Mine. We're going to St. Augustine. St. Augustine for a ghost tour. We're going to be doing a lot of ghost hunting and touring here throughout the United States. And I'm asking you to help me help you by helping yourself. That's right. Help me help you by helping yourself. Jeff, what are you talking about? I'm talking about all this craziness that I wear on my wrist, which really isn't craziness at all. Because if you go to my website, here it is, jeffreydaugherty.com, lose religion, find God. You can do a couple things. You can use the donate button here, as some of you do, and just straight donate, support this work. You can even make it monthly if you choose. I appreciate it so much. See, little hearts go up when you do that. And doesn't everybody love hearts? Now, what you can really do to help you, hello, folks. What you can really do to help you is do this. Instead of hitting that donate button first, look at the mistech, read about the mistech, sleep half the time, get twice the rest, improve performance in gym, increase libido. It's really good for you. The testimonials are stacking up. Decide which one you want by visiting this. And it's imperative if you want 20% off. It's imperative if you want to help me, you have to see this. Mistech Bands by Jeffrey Daugherty. If you don't see this, you're not getting 20% off. You're paying full price. And if you don't see this, you're not helping me. So donate. Just do the math. If it's $100, then you're only paying $80, etc. It's just that simple. Help me. Help you. I am and will remain your friendly neighborhood Christian whistleblower. So let's talk about death. Let's see if there's anything said so far in the Jeff, are reptilians and the shapeshifters the same thing? I answered that, I believe, in the email. All reptilians are shapeshifters, but not all shapeshifters are reptilians. Lancaster, Pennsylvania, nice to see you. Is it true that reptilians need our blood? I answered that as well. No, I don't believe that. Hello to Dolores in Newport Richey. So all reptilians are shapeshifters. Not all shapeshifters are reptilians. And no, reptilians do not need our blood to survive. That is my expert opinion. Take it or leave it. I'm doing great, bro. Thank you. So let's talk about death. Let's talk about the Grim Reaper. And it's very interesting because this picture of the Grim Reaper is actually a statue. And I've seen the statue. It's in the Black Forest in Germany. It's in a cathedral, a little church in Trier, which is in the Black Forest. And I remember I was still a full-blown Christian when I saw this. And I remember thinking, what in the heck are these people thinking about putting this in their church? But now it all makes sense to me, ladies and gentlemen. It makes perfect sense to me. I understand exactly what's going on. And hopefully, after this broadcast, you will too. And death, obviously, because it does have a central, prominent place in human culture, many times it's personified. We make it into a person. We anthropomorphize it, is what it's called psychologically. We make it into a real person. In many cultures, this person, death, is known as the Grim Reaper. Now, there's some disagreement concerning Mr. Reaper, or sometimes Ms. Reaper, as you'll see. In most mythologies, the Grim Reaper actually causes death. The Grim Reaper comes to collect your soul, to kill you, basically. Now, this has led a lot of people to try to trick death, to hide from death, to bribe death. Now, other beliefs show that the Grim Reaper has nothing to do with your death, the actual result of your death, and he's just a psychopomp. Psychopomp. Now, you know, on this show, we don't go past words that we don't understand, because if we do, it can lead to up to a 60% lack of comprehension of anything that goes afterwards. So I want to clear these words and give you the understanding of what these words are. Psychopomp is a Greek word which means the guider of souls. They are spirits, angels, deities, creatures in many religions whose only responsibility is not to kill people, ladies and gentlemen, but to escort newly deceased souls from earth to the afterlife. They're not judges. They simply provide safe passage. Now, these have appeared ubiquitously throughout ancient cultures on funerary art, which is, of course, art for funerals. They've been depicted at different times and in different cultures. Some see them as horses, deer, dogs, whippoorwills, ravens, crows, owls, sparrows, even cuckoos, which makes it interesting that the cuckoo clock sounding another hour or another half hour of your time, reminding you of your impending demise. Think about that. Cuckoo clocks reminding you of your impending demise. The classic example, probably the most classic example of a psychopomp, is the ancient Egyptian god Anubis, the Greek guy that takes you across the river Styx, Charon, and of course Hermes and Hecate, Mercury, and even Vanth, the Etruscan deity. So that's what a psychopomp is. So is death, is the Grim Reaper actually the one that comes and kills you? Or is the Grim Reaper simply one that comes to guide you? And I think this is very central to our discussion here. We've talked about in days past, and you really do need to watch all of these because we have a track we walk on. They're not just thrown out there pell-mell. Typically, the things we talk about, the things we discuss, build one upon the other. And I have to be frank with you, not always with intention by me. Ideas come to me, I make a show. That's my life. If I get an idea, it's a show. That's why we're doing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, even 10 sometimes a day. I am the second hardest working man on YouTube, next to Rex Bear, the man, the myth, the legend. And yet, even as these ideas come and I put them out, they seem to fit one upon another. They seem to lead one into another. And where was I going with that? I was going with that when we were talking about death, when we're talking about the afterlife, when we're talking about whether soul and spirit are the same thing, which I think we have determined both biblically and just plain spiritually that they're not the same thing. Death, soul, and spirit are not the same thing. Soul relates to this human body. You might even say that we're living in souls created by Yahweh. Ooh, there you go. You want an easy way to know it? Thank you, gods. Thank you to the gods for this little bit of information. This is a heavy revelation. We are spirits created by the Elohim, trapped in souls created by Yahweh, the Lord, Jehovah, Marduk, Samael, Saklis, Yaldabaoth, rat bastard. We were created as spirits. Spirits able to manifest bodily, but not yet trained to. And you can get my book, Serpents and Doves in the Garden of the Gods, or you can search back through this channel, now almost 1,200 videos. We are spirits created by the Elohim, enslaved in souls created by Yahweh. And Since we allowed ourselves to be entrapped in these souls, and we do make a decision, I believe, each and every time we come back. We're going to get to that. Since we have to learn about these souls, we have to keep coming back until we know. And really what we have to learn, really what we have to know, what you really need to know when you're dead. We did a big seminar down here in Clearwater about that. What you really need to know when you're dead is that you're not. What you really need to know when you're dead is that you have to have that light go on. Oh, I'm not soul, I'm spirit. And because I'm spirit, I can evolve and mature and grow and develop in the spirit realm. I don't have to go back down to the soul realm. But until you learn that, until the light comes on, you will continue to come back and incarnate within the soulish realm until you realize you're not of the soulish realm, that you're of the spirit realm. And you know what? The possibility exists that you could probably move from the soul realm into the spirit realm on a permanent basis without a physical death, or not at the physical death of the soul, but you can just become spirit from soul. And of course, the soul would die, but you became spirit not because the soul died, because you became spirit. The soul died because you became spirit. You didn't become spirit because the soul died, if you can follow that. But at any rate, psychopomps leading you after death. I'd rather be my own psychopomp, ladies and gentlemen. If I'm a soul, and I am because I'm here on this earth, and if I'm a spirit, I am, and that spirit's not on this earth. Oh, here's another key, ladies and gentlemen. I want my spirit to be my psychopomp. I don't need any other spirits. I just need my spirit, my higher self. My spirit can guide my soul. Ooh. I think we're going to have to break this down a little bit more deeply. Spirit, soul. I want my spirit to guide my soul. And really, your soul isn't guided because your soul is this earthly part and it's gone. I need my spirit, my higher self, to remind me to remember that I'm spirit, not soul. Elvis had a song, I forgot to remember to forget her. And that's why we keep coming back, because we forgot to remember to forget about our soulish nature. And all of this personification, all of this pomp and circumstance, all of this imagery around death is designed to keep us remembering to forget. It's designed to keep us from understanding. It's designed to keep us from knowing what to do when we are dead. Death is most often personified as a male, but in certain cultures, death is also perceived as female. Now, in the Russian, Bosnian, Lithuanian, the Baltic region, Macedonia, Belarus, they've got this person called Marzana, Mafeya, More, Morana, Marina, Maslenitsa, Mera. And it is death, only it's a female personification. And very interestingly, ladies and gentlemen, the female personification of this deity, watch this, is personified most often as a scarecrow. Now that makes a whole new twist on scarecrows in fields. What is a field? A field is where you draw your life from. A field is where you get food that helps you to live. And why would there be a scarecrow in a field? Well, it makes a lot more sense if it is a representative of death. I know that it's supposed to scare birds off because they think it's a person. I get that. But putting scarecrows in fields reminds farmers and people that eat, which I'm pretty sure is all of us, that death is still waiting right around the door, right around the corner, right outside the door. Will this be your last meal? Very interesting. In the Middle East, the Canaanites had a god of death. He was considered a son of the king of gods, who was El. And guess who the king of gods is? Guess who El is? That's Yahweh. He wants you to believe that's him, but it's really not him. He's a failed, flawed, fallen God, and death is his right-hand man. Makes sense because he's a killer. He's been about death from the beginning. The Christ said that he was a murderer from the beginning. Mot is the death name within the Middle Eastern realms. Within the Hellenic or Greek mythology, Thanatos is one of the children of Nyx, one of the children of night, and he is the god of death. In Celtic lore or Britain folklore, shows a special figure of death named Anku or Angau in the Welsh. Tall, haggard figure, wide hat, long white hair, skeleton with a revolving head, seeing everyone everywhere. He drives a cart or a wagon with a creaking axle. Think about the ubiquitousness, the ubiquity of these words and these symbols. His wagon is piled high with corpses, and a stop at your place means that you automatically get on the bus, Gus. In Ireland, there's a creature known as a Dullahan. He kept his head tucked under his arm. Oh, like the headless horseman. Wow. Also in Ireland, a female spirit known as a banshee. Scottish folklore, the Susith. In Poland, they have a Smirk. Looks like the traditional black reaper or grim reaper, but instead of a black robe, a white one. In the Netherlands, Belgium, Uncle Hendrik. The Mo Man. Scandinavia, they keep it simple. His name is Hel. In the Baltic regions, Guillotine, or to sing, another personification of death as a woman, ugly, long blue nose, poisonous tongue. In India, Mrityu. East Asia, Yama. Latin America, Our Lady of the Holy Death, a female deity of Mexican folk religion, the Aztec goddess of death, Nahuatl or Mictlantecuhtli. Abrahamic religions, angel of the Lord, 2 Kings, 185,000 people dead. Proverbs 16:14, angels of death. Judaism, Maweth. The Talmud teaches the angel of death. The rabbis teach the angel of death. In Roman Catholicism, Michael is viewed as the good angel of death, as opposed to Samael, the controversial angel of death. So even the Catholics recognize Samael, who is Yahweh, as the angel of death. They just don't know it. In Islam, Azrael. Isn't that interesting that the Islamic god of death sounds like the nation they hate? Wow, ladies and gentlemen, all of this fear, all of this doubt, all of this speculation, all of this worry, all of this, I think, created, perpetuated with the idea and the hope of causing fear, causing doubt, causing confusion about death. You know, I've done a show about death, about the death is the last enemy. The last enemy is death. They want us to believe that death is our enemy. Death is not our enemy. Death is the enemy of the Lord, because he knows that when we die, we have a chance. We have a chance to realize that we're spirit. We have a chance to realize that we're not soul. We have a chance to realize that we can leave this soulish realm behind and move on into the spiritual realm. So death, where is your victory? Grave, where is your sting? I think I got those reversed, but you get the point. The last enemy destroyed is death. Yahweh wants to destroy death, ladies and gentlemen. Yahweh wants to destroy death because he wants to prevent your opportunity to leave the soulish realm. Because without death, or until I can perfect myself and teach enough of you how to go straight into the spirit realm permanently from this realm, death is our only way out. Death is not our enemy. As I sip my lukewarm coffee, death is our friend. Death is not a sting, it is a sweet kiss. Death does not win victory over us. It escorts us into victory. Are you saying Yahweh is a literal being? Yes, I believe Yahweh is a literal being. I haven't done this in a while. Let me go ahead and read. Listen to you. You've listened to me. Let me go ahead and read some comments and answer some questions. Reptilians are shapeshifters. Not all shapeshifters are reptilians. Reptilians don't need our blood to survive. My email is christianwhistleblower@gmail.com. I'm telling you guys, quit those jobs. Move into your great basic purpose, unless your job is your great basic purpose. Can you talk someday about the Canaanite and the Israelite? Sure. Fear in life can cause nightmares. Yes, it can. My fiance was killed in a car accident. He told me he had seen Mortimer in his dream about 3 a.m. Wow. Interesting. Death is the real life. What's the difference between soul and spirit? I think I covered that. We are spirits entrapped within a soul. Spirits created by the Elohim, trapped within souls created by Yahweh. Ben says, Jeff for president. I just want you to know, if nominated, I will not run. If elected, I will not serve. I have too much to do here to be president, but thank you for the thought. Sandra says that our higher self is our spirit guide. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Someone give that girl a Cupid doll, which has been said. We all have one. And if our spirit guide is our guardian angel, this would make sense. Boom. Spirit guide, spirit, soul, guide, guardian angel. This is great stuff. Very good stuff. They had them in the video of David Bowie's Black Star, Bowie. So when we guide ourselves, it's up to you, Karen. Where do you want to guide yourself? Say no to birthday parties, huh? This is an interesting point. I don't know if I'm advocating this. If we're told to follow the light, if darkness holds all the colors of the spectrum, then wouldn't it be that it would be the true light? So follow darkness, not the light. Now that's interesting. I don't believe replace. Yeah, anyway. Akashic records. I'm just starting to study those. Think outside the spirit box. This is better than Sunday school. Way better than Sunday school. Thank you for being here. We will not close with a hymn. That's good stuff. I'm Jeffrey Darty, the Christian Whistleblower. I'm here to help you guide your own spirit, master your own ascension, and be your own guru. Ask questions, question answers. And unindoctrinate yourself.